Hello again, Struckweb. Welcome back to another evening of streaming with me, Struck. Or it could be day where you are, or morning. Today I will be, well, continuing what I was doing yesterday, but kind of wrapping up the final couple of levels left on my forge, and then just to keep farming for some respectacles, for some maybe new items. I will be switching to ridiculous. I'm wondering if I should switch immediately or maybe afterwards, after I hit level 60. Normally I switch after I hit level 60, so might as well just do it the same way now. Where was my hero? Walking Oven. Okay, there we go. So today I've uploaded the Blood Drinker subclass skills showcase. To those who were waiting for it, it's already up on my channel, on my website as well. This guy is also here, facing with his back towards us. Let's see. What's going on with the voting? Same problems as yesterday with the voting. These things. And Kazam Show says, "Hey Struck, how are you? I made some calculations about exploded bots today. I can officially tell you each of them does 395% weapon damage." Okay, that's not bad. 395% weapon damage is actually pretty solid, knowing that you can get up to 16 of those for a single cast of the skill, meaning you can get 32 in a matter of a few seconds. That is definitely pretty good to know.
Another day, another dungeon.
And thank you for bringing that information to my stream.
That one?
I'm definitely gonna test. Explode bot setup. And I want to test it with the forged. I personally think testing it with the forged would be very fun. So I can get 16 explode bots. I'm just wondering on which forged I should try it. I'm not gonna try it on Bane Forged for sure. This 395% weapon damage, is that with miasma for extra minion damage, or is it with just Puppet Master, or is it without either of those? Like, what exactly is included in this 395% weapon damage? You test on several characters with each damage type. The damage type has no effect on that, but the minion damage maybe has effect on that. But yeah, whether it's physical, fire, electric, etc., it doesn't matter, because this gets added to the weapon damage, and then the weapon damage is what skills use. Everything except the cannon skills is weapon damage scaled. So 395, I wouldn't be surprised if that's actually 400% weapon damage, to make it like a round number. Or 390, because 395 seems like a very weird number. So most likely they've set it to 400 or to 390. Although I won't be surprised if it's 395 either. I've seen weird things happen with some things, some not so round numbers. Okay, let's keep going. So yeah, it's probably 400 or 390. In either case, it's a good amount of weapon damage. So whatever the case is definitely nice. You're currently testing the Forge Exploded boats built with electrode. Unfortunately, they don't make so much damage. What do you mean? Do you mean you're testing the exploded bots from the shoulders, and they don't make as much damage as the ones from the staff? Like, do both types of exploded bots do different types of damage, different amounts of damage? Or are you saying that playing it on a forge, you just can't get the damage numbers as high as on a mage? Due to lacking consecration. You're testing with 16 of them. Vocalize Storm just before they attack for 25% buff. It seems to me... Okay, the explosion is only single target and not AoE. That's interesting thing to know. What about testing them without the toy maker, just to have the 6 explode bots, so you can see that? And do they work on a dummy? Like, let me try and test it myself. Actually, I won't be able to test it right away. Eventually I will test it as well, but for now I need my spectacles for some content that I'm planning to make. In fact, I ran out of spectacles, and that means I need to save up another 40-30 spectacles for the next video. Yeah, I always appreciate the info. I always appreciate when people bring me some info. And it's not just me. I'm sure there's other people who might have been wondering certain things and would need that information. I'm definitely considering making a explode bot build myself, because you just told me that you've tested it and that it works. So I want to see it. I want to see it and compare it to some of the other builds I've played, to figure out how fun it is and how decent the DPS would be. Okay, moving on. But even if it's just 10 explode bots, 10 times 400 is still 4000 weapon damage, and you can do that 6 times within a minute. 6 times within a minute. That's a lot. That's definitely a lot of damage. I mean, let's say every 60 seconds you can do 24,000 weapon damage with those exploded bots. That's pretty awesome. Let's say every 30 seconds you can do half of that. 12k would be pretty solid. I mean, obviously it doesn't work exactly that way. But yeah, it's roughly you can probably get for 30 seconds actually 4 casts, but 6 casts with 60 seconds. That's kind of roughly how I think it is. Maybe within 45 seconds you get 4 casts, and the final 2 you get with the final 15 seconds. Now I can't wait for the cooldown reduction to start properly working. The cooldown reduction from passives, because the Disc Mage has it down to 24 seconds. The other heroes have it at 30 seconds when it comes to item granted skills with 1 minute cooldown. I also really hope that they would make passive cooldowns on item granted skills also be affected by Frost Wall, so that those explode bots would generate in 0.5 seconds, 1 every 0.5 instead of 1 every second. That would be pretty decent. I'm gonna clear the map before I leave it. Shit, I wasted my generation energy, relic charge generation. I had it prepared so I can do so I can do 3 consecutive fracking strikes, and then I went ahead and vented before using the first fracking strike. Oh, and that reminds me, I put some items like rapid bartering token in my forged storage. I'm gonna go and get them. Could use that one. Come on. Oh, where did I put it? I think I put it here. Okay. Oh, my pet's still away. I'm not gonna touch my gear for now.
What will it be? Oh, that one. Oh, so tough.
Is there no... gauntlet?
It's a fine time to die.
Or dividing? I guess there isn't. I still wanna get those final couple of levels first, and then after that I can focus on farming on ridiculous for the spectacles. Somehow my forge just stops. See how it stops? I'm not stopping it. It stops by itself. You're saying that Bane increases roll damage and we don't know yet how it all scales. Bane does not increase roll damage. It increases minion damage and your weapon damage. Every relic increases with the aura your damage by 25%. Bane increases minion damage on top of that. That's the only difference Bane has to the other relics. The 25 and 100% minion damage. And the exploded bolts most likely are considered minions because as the devs have said, anything that is not us or our pet and fights for us and does damage to the enemies is considered a minion. So my guess is exploded bots also benefit from that 225. But it works in the same way. The other 25% from miasma and from the others is. It's still damage. It's still increasing the weapon damage by X. But yeah, I definitely agree that relying on exploded bots is just not gonna cut it. But definitely good as an add-on to a build. If you want a little bit of extra burst damage, it's not bad. Regardless of what relic, it's not a bad thing to do. But in order to trigger explode bots, you still have to use other skills which also do damage. So it kind of, even if you want to make it to rely on explode bots for damage, even if you want to make it that way, you still won't be able to, because you need to use other skills to generate energy charge, to generate energy and to use the energy to make energy charge. So that's kind of it's very dependent on using other skills. Even with just Imbue Relic and Frost Bow, it still won't be enough to have it up as much as you want, as much as one might want. But to burst down bosses, it's pretty fun. Obviously, it's not gonna be as quick as a Bane flamethrower card setup, but it's good enough. It's good enough to compete, I guess, as an addition. one can even use those on a Bane Realm Master train build, the Exploder bots. I think it's gonna be fun if you use it on a build that doesn't do the aura. Or only uses the aura for the extra bit of damage buff. Like 1 point in the aura. Interweave Cuirass, okay. And this one is pretty shitty actually. HP. No thanks. Double the no thanks. Let's see. Should have used my fracking strike over here. How is he fast? Oh, they fixed it. They fixed it so that Cyclone mode is no longer nerfed by it moves the same speed you move. It moves as your regular movement speed, including movement speed buffs such as my aura, the running partner buff, such as things like the Winterweave Cuirass that gives you extra movement speed, such as this charged up, which gives me so much movement speed. And you can put other things such as the Quicksilver, I think it is called, that gives you movement speed as well. Basically you can stack all sorts of things with movement speed now and boost your Cyclone mode with it. So they removed that mechanic that was kind of it was weird. It was weird how before it was moving super slow. Yeah, I was another person that really hated that, and I saw no reason in it. When I asked the devs, one of them said that they didn't want it to be overpowered to the point where you're spinning out of danger. But most people wouldn't spin or walk out of danger. They wanted to make us walk out of danger, but no one would walk out of danger. If there's danger, you would use running robot because it gets you out of danger much quicker. I'd much rather spin for another 1 or 2 seconds more if I see that there's a falling rock on me from siege. Just an example. Let's see, there's gonna be a siege falling rock. I would keep spinning until the very last moment and then boom, move in the final moment. I won't move with walking, and I won't move with spinning unless there's no enemies. Then I can do either of those. But yeah, it makes sense. If you want to maximize your DPS, you would use things like ramming robots for their purpose of moving you out of danger. That escape mechanic. I won't switch to basic movement to avoid danger. And I'm happy that they've reconsidered this. Because back in the alpha, the spin to win cyclone mode was moving just as it does now. At whatever your movement speed is. And when they did make it slow, I felt like it was broken, not intended. I mean, for a while it barely moved, like it barely moved at all. Then they made it to move, but still like 70-60% of the actual speed. Now it's 100% of your actual movement speed, which is amazing. I hope they don't touch it anymore. I think it's good enough now. I mean, I wouldn't mind if they nerf it so that it doesn't benefit from movement speed buffs, but I'd rather they don't. Although, if it moves at regular base movement speed, excluding the movement speed buffs, it's still good. But now we've got the even better version, where it moves at base movement speed, including any movement speed buffs from items, skills, or so on. Electrode spin to win builds would be super fun because Localized Storm gives you extra movement speed. Stack Localized Storm with Charge Up. Stack it with the Winter Weave Cuirass, and if you want even extra movement speed, there's more options. There's more options like where did it go? That Quicksilver thingy. Did they remove it? Where did the Quicksilver go? Oh, it's somewhere here. Quicksilver, so this also gives you 10% movement speed and extra movement speed with your potion. And then there's the Winter Weave Boots or Winter Weave Hatch. On the Forged, it's a hatch, so you need to use the Winter Weave Hatch. So with the Winter Weave Hatch, that's 25. With the Quicksilver, that's 10 plus maybe 25. With this one, you get 10% for 30 seconds after killing an elite. Then there's 30% movement speed with this one. And then 10% from the, what's its name, Localized Storm. So there's ways to get movement speed if you need it, if you want to speedrun stuff, if you want to speed through some of the easier content. Tails window cleaning says it still doesn't work on Xbox. I hope they patch it. I mean, I know that they don't patch at the same time for all platforms, and I hope you get the patch soon because it's gonna be very fun. Believe me, it's super fun when you play it. If you go to some easy difficulty like normal, you can just one-shot the monsters with just Cyclone mode without stacking extra damage to Cyclone mode. And you don't even need to get level 10. Obviously, I will get level 10 Cyclone mode, so I can have level 12. But yeah, you can actually make a build centered around Cyclone mode and stacking Cyclone mode damage. I really want to have fracking strike damage. That's what I want right now. Fracking strike damage is my goal. Okay. Well, it's not better to use blue wife-bound weapons, but it's easier to get good wife-bound blue weapons. So a blue wife-bound weapon would give you exactly the same damage as a legendary weapon. So legendary weapons have 20% more stats. So an equally strong, at the exact same power stage level, or whatever you want to call it, challenge bonus, a blue weapon would give you the same damage when you wife bind it as a legendary, but legendaries have one more affix. So in the end, legendary would be the better option. But legendary is much harder to farm. So when pushing the Fazir, the meta is actually to, if you want to speedrun the Fazir, if you want to push easy, you would just be using wife bound blue stuff. Because you won't be able to change your legendary items all the time. You would probably be using 3 pieces of legendary gear just so you can get the set bonus of your quest set stuff. And then you would be swatting 3 other pieces in the legendarium. And then you would have the other 3 pieces blue. But yeah, with the Fazir bonus, gear becomes super easy. Even if you don't wife bind your weapons, even if you stick to just whatever drops without wife binding it, it's still strong as long as you get that challenge bonus. And yeah, I use the legendary weapon because it gives me this set bonus, the Frost Wall. Without it, I can't get that cooldown. Without that extra cooldown, a skill which I can't use right now. I can't use that skill right now, but I will be using that skill when I get it. This skill from the Ancient Ember Hatch, Imbue Relic. This would go from 60 to 30 seconds. Without that weapon, it will be 45 seconds. Because I would only get 25 instead of 50% cooldown reduction. So right now, I'm just using this because I want to have some reasonably strong weapon or reasonably weak weapon for the content I'm doing. I mean, I can take a weapon that has 15,000 damage and has double the damage of my current weapon. But that's not like a legit weapon in my opinion, because I don't agree with the Fazir challenge bonus. I think we should get extra stats not from the items but from other places, and only for the Fazir. As I've said many times, similar to a Legendarium but just for the Fazir. So for the content I'm doing, 7,000, 7,500 damage is okay. This is okay until like Fazir stage 30, 40, maybe 50, you can still push it with this low damage. Also I'm doing normal right now. Once I'm level 60 I'll switch to ridiculous. For now I just want to level up quicker. No, I did test leveling on ridiculous yesterday and it was just not worth it. It was taking much longer. In fact, the XP was going slower due to how long it was taking to kill stuff. I keep messing with my rotation. But yeah, getting a good rolled blue weapon is much easier than getting a good rolled legendary weapon with a socket. Is charged up a class ability? I'm not. Charged up is from an item, from the arc powered shoulders. This item. And it's an item granted ability, which means instead of 60 seconds, look at the cooldown, it's 30 seconds cooldown. Now it's 45. Now it's 60. That's another reason why I'm using the North Mace. I mean, ideally I won't be using Charge Up because I prefer Imbue Relic, so that I can use Summoning Smash more often and so that I can keep my Quoke of Flames up. But if someone wants to use Charge Up, then they need to use Duration for Quoke of Flames. Duration for Quoke of Flames is a must-have if you don't have Imbue Relic, if you want to make a build with Charge Up. This build ideally won't be with Charge Up. Charge Up is just an alternative way to do it. Normally when I make builds I always mention alternative options, because most of the builds are very flexible. I like how flexible this game is. You can just change 2-3 items or 1 or 2 things in the Legendarium, and maybe modify one skill, maybe modify 5 or 10 points of the build, and you get a completely different experience. It's pretty great that way, being able to just with a few respects and maybe changing some things, not the whole build, to get a completely different experience. This one gets extra bonus level here. It's actually 3 bonus levels. Should I put an extra level here? This gave me 4% weapon damage. 4.2% weapon damage. Not bad. Did I max out Vortex Bomb for the cooldown? Not yet. I'm probably gonna put the other points into Fracking Strike. In fact, right now, with the extra skill points, I can remove 1 point from Quoke of Flames. Actually, I can remove a lot of points from Quoke of Flames. I can, let's say, I remove another 2 points from Quoke of Flames. That would let me put 2 points here. But I don't want to rely on extra points when I make my builds. I want to make my builds without relying on those extra points. I can remove 2 points from Ramming Robot. Removing 2 points from Ramming Robot. I'm definitely not getting the extra relic skills damage, but I would be able to put those points into Fracking Strike for extra damage. And I can remove points from Ignition Source. Yes, I have chance to burn, meaning Ignition Source is not really needed. So let's say I take 1 point from here, put it here. I maybe put 1 point here from level 60, and then I can take 2 more points from Ignition Source, meaning it's level 2 now, and I can put it here. And maybe I can take those 2 points from Ignition Source, the last remaining points, and put them into Sonic Pulse for cooldown, if I think I need the cooldown. Or into Vortex Bomb for cooldown. It's flexible, it's super flexible, whether you want to get more Cyclone Mode, whether you want to get more... wow, legendary from a chest. Whether you want to get more Fracking Strike damage, or more cooldown for the utility skills, or for Vortex Bomb. Do you think Destroyer could overall be better than Electrode for Explode Bots? I don't think so. I mean, you're gonna get a little bit more procs, but your procs would not do as much damage as the lightning strikes. See, with Flaming Destroyer, you have Firestorm and Magma Burst, and Tier 1 Summoning Smash. 3 procs. 3 different procs. With With the Electrode you have Lightning Strike that's located here with this much more damage than Firestorm. You have instead of Magma Burst tingling sensation. What was it? Shocking Force? No, not Shocking Force. Shocking Display. That's what you have. When the enemies die, they can do some shock bolts, and you don't have an equivalent to tier 1 Summoning Smash. So the procs here are more but do less damage. On Electrode you have less procs but much more damage with Lightning Strike. A lot of damage there that you can get. You also get casting speed. Casting speed from Electrode, you shouldn't underestimate casting speed. More casting speed means quicker DPS on skills that benefit from it. So on the Forged that would be Rapid Strike. I mean on Forged anything except Cyclone Mode benefits from casting speed. Unless they changed it and now Cyclone Mode as well benefits from it. But I don't think it does. The same way on the Dusk Mage, Holy Fury is the one thing that doesn't benefit from casting speed. But I saw them archiving this ticket, so maybe they fixed it. And maybe it's coming with the next update, because thankfully Note notifies me when a ticket I have commented on or created myself gets archived. So that means it's either fixed or it was not considered a bug. If I was doing ranged Forge build, Electrode, the one with pressure shot I made and my recent Zapbot Sniper Watt, and that's my favorite. I mean, both Zapbots are good. The Zapbot minigun is also not bad, but I prefer the Sniper Watt. But with the Sniper Watt, it's a bit different because I'm not using rapid fire, but it doesn't mean that you can't use rapid fire. If you want, you can use it. The Zapbot minigun is kind of a version of it. You can try and make a middle ground between the Zapbot minigun and Zapbot Sniper Watt. In general, pressure shot is my favorite Steam spender. How you build your heat, whether you build heat with rapid strike, with cyclone mode, shotgun blast or rapid fire, it's up to you. I mean, if you want the most range, you would do rapid fire and pressure shot. But in any case, I would still use Vortex Bomb. I would still prefer Vortex Bomb over Cold Launch. Cold Launch does not give me the defense Vortex Bomb does. If they make Cold Launch give me 20-15% damage buff, the same way this gives me X% defense buff, I would love it. And I would use it. I would sacrifice my survivability from Vortex Bomb and I would use Cold Launch. Right now it just can't compare. Yeah, it says Cold Launch fires an additional large coal, hits for a second impact on the targeted position for Cold Launch current weapon damage. It also gives you damage to vent skills, which includes itself and Vortex Bomb. And yeah, it does increase the size, but still, I really like that survivability myself, and I like how it vacuums the enemies as well. Obviously, on a range build, the vacuum probably you wouldn't want, because you would want to keep your distance. But even on range builds, I still, at least for now, use Vortex Bomb until I see some changes to Cold Launch, to maybe do some sort of a damage buff for X seconds, the same way you get it from Vortex Bomb as a defense buff.
Your pet has arrived.
Okay. So let's do a little bit of respecking. Is Shotgun Blast a good builder? I don't think so. I don't like how they changed it. Shotgun Blast used to attack much quicker. Now it's super slow. But it does do a lot of heat generation. It does build very quickly. I think 2 or 3 times shooting the skill should fill you up quickly. Let's see. 20% heat generation, it's 13. So 20 plus 20% of 13, that's what's 20% of 3? it's let's say 10.5. Let's say 10.5 roughly. Between 10.5 and 11. I mean, I said it wrong. Between 14.5 and 15 heat per shot. With this one, you can get 22 heat. With this one, you get 9. Those numbers here, this 22 heat does not include 20% from Shotgun Blast tier 2. This one generates 3 heat. With the 20%, it's gonna be 3 point something. I still think Cyclone mode is the best heat generator if you want to just use it for heat generation. Obviously, you need tier 1 Cyclone mode with the 50%, and this 50% would stack up with the 20%, the 20% of this to make it 70%. But yeah, Shotgun Blast right now for me is not a favorite skill. Nerd Gamer is back. Welcome back, Nerd Gamer. Nice seeing you again. $798, and this one is $248. Now this is 877. This is 272. The thing with this damage to relic skills is the damage to relic skills does not affect Firestorm and Magma Burst. This is now at 6 seconds. I really want to keep that 1 point. Actually, I need to take that point and put it here. I'm trying to finalize the build the way it would look in the build video. I think that's what it's gonna look in the build video. Because I don't want to rely on those extra 3 bonus levels. This is not something everyone would have. I don't want to make builds where I'm telling people, hey, get extra points to get that extra damage. Alternatively, I could go for a Vortex Bomb cooldown, but I think 3.6 seconds is good enough as Vortex Bomb cooldown. But more Vortex Bomb cooldown means more Fracking Strike casts. So I'm gonna consider removing maybe 1 point from here and then that 1 point from here. Or the 2 points from here. Nerd Gamer said, I found the house under tree so much detailed, good, but definitely it works for devs. What do you mean? And Good Guy Mike says, sorry if I missed the explanation, but could you explain how casting speed interacts with abilities? Is the animation faster or is it something else? Well, basically, attack speed is basic attacks. Basic attacks are a skill in the game, and every different weapon has a different basic attack skill. And that's affected by attack speed, not casting speed, up to 60%. Casting speed makes you... I mean, it's easier to show you if I go on a different hero. Just a moment. I need to go on the electrode hero so I can show you. Otherwise, it's just gonna... It does make the animation quicker, which in terms makes the hit per second quicker. So you're gonna see with the minigun with rapid fire how much quicker the projectiles are. It's just better if I show you that way instead of trying to talk about it. Better to show than to explain. So yeah, with casting speed, it makes everything quicker. The damage, the animation, and it caps at 60%. The attack speed cap is 60%. So just a moment. It's lagging. I can't show you until...
You can't cast that. You can't cast that here. You can't use that skill.
What the fuck? It's not letting me use Cyclone mode.
You can't cast that spell here. You can't do that.
Oh, I know why. I know why. Just not the best hero to use. It's not the best hero to use to show you this, but... It's lagging so bad. I'm not sure why this doesn't... Oh, I have no chest gun. Okay, let's equip some sort of chest gun. Any chest gun, just so I can show you. Come on. Oh, is it gonna stop lagging? It just doesn't detect that I've equipped a new item. I need to go to a different fort so I can show you. This is annoying. I really hope they fix with the next patch the server problems. They've been happening since a little bit before Christmas, 1 or 2 days before Christmas. And I need to constantly keep loading into new zones so the game would actually realize I've changed my items. I've replaced some items from the storage with ones from my inventory and things like that. It just doesn't synchronize. I once waited 20 minutes and it didn't synchronize until I swapped to a different zone. This is a good fort. Just the basics. Just storage. Okay, so now it's still not showing me. Okay. I realized it's not gonna show me the thing ever because I'm missing it. Okay, let me try and show you now. So this is without casting speed. Without casting speed. Now I'm gonna get 50% casting speed. This is with 50% casting speed. This is without the casting speed.
That spell can't be cast.
This is 60% casting speed, the limit.
Your cat is injured. Your pet is wounded.
So yeah, you can see kind of what the difference is. It's super obvious. It's super obvious as a difference. So casting speed is good, and you can get 25% from the Liu General. You can get 25% from each instance of a Conjure Electrode. You can get 50% casting speed from what's its name? From 1000 Volt Burst. Well, it's keep in mind faster casting speed on some builds requires better resource management. Mages need to manage their mana, so mages need to stack mana regeneration and use skills with cooldown with mana infused to trigger mana regeneration so they don't run out of mana. And see, the quicker hits per second means more procs per second. So with that rapid fire, every time you hit with rapid fire, you have a chance to trigger lightning strike. Okay, back to doing Fuzzier on this flaming destroyer. And it doesn't affect just rapid fire, it affects everything, everything except Cyclone mode from what I've heard. And when I tested, I didn't see Cyclone mode getting a bonus, but I didn't test it very recently, so maybe I need to test it again soon. When you get the speed cap, you don't seem to roll faster. Well, it's a 10% difference. Cyclone mode doesn't work. Cyclone mode and Holy Fury are the two skills that that apparently don't work with casting speed. But as I mentioned, they archived the ticket. There was a ticket on Node, so as I mentioned like a few minutes ago, that means they either fixed it and it's coming with the next update, or they didn't consider it a bug and it's an intended behavior for Cyclone mode and Holy Fury to not benefit from the casting speed buff. So whichever it is, we'll find out with the next patch, since as I mentioned, the ticket has been archived. Rapid strike with and the Nerd Gamer said rapid strike with Vortex Bomb and Blood Seekers if you have the Blood Drinker relic. Probably. I'm not a big fan of rapid strike myself as a mechanic, as an animation, but it looks cool. It's just not my kind of skill. But it's definitely super quick. It has a lot of hits per second, a lot of procs per second. I'm also not a fan of the uppercut skill, the animation of the uppercut skill. Especially the one that's base, the base uppercut skill that that doesn't have the extra punches from the legendary item. But you can't love all the skills. It's hard in the game to love every single skill. There's always gonna be something that I just don't like. Thankfully there's plenty other skills, such as Cyclone Mode, Rapid Fire to like. Shotgun Blast was amazing before, when it had very fast attack speed. Now, or casting speed maybe we can say. Now they've reduced the casting speed, they seem to have increased the damage of Shotgun Blast to match that speed change. But it feels a little bit underwhelming now. They seriously nerfed it. If you watch some of my older builds with Shotgun Blast, you're gonna see what I'm talking about in regards to speed difference. Okay. Let's go this way. Moving. See, somehow it stops. Sometimes it stops as if it's stopping to attack an enemy in front of it. It doesn't keep going. And that's kind of annoying when it stops, when you target an enemy and it stops that. It's as if it's trying to attack in place. And even if you're far from the enemy, it sometimes does it. Sometimes even when there is no enemy, it just stops in place when I'm spinning. Good guy Mike says, you're really cool dude, thanks for the awesome explanations. I subbed and I'll check out some of your vids. Have a great day, night. Thank you as well dude for the sub and for thinking so. I really appreciate when people watch my content. it's what keeps me going with that. It's what keeps the profits, one might say. But yeah, have a good rest of your day and night as well. It's 9:57 p.m. by the way, so I'm gonna stream for like another 2 hours. In that time I'm gonna get level 60, then switch to ridiculous and do some ridiculous Fuzzier farming. Right now I'm farming for Respectacles. I need Respectacles for that Bane showcase video. That's probably coming. It could come on Thursday, but on Thursday I need to take Sky to the vet. I need to take this little beast here to the vet on Thursday, so they can take blood and urine or whatever else samples. So Thursday would be a good day to edit, because of needing to go to the vet 2 times, but that means it's also it's probably gonna be a little delayed, the streaming in the evening on Thursday due to that. So hopefully by Thursday, today and tomorrow, I manage to farm enough Respectacles. I think I need like 35-40 Respectacles. I've got like 7 right now. And if I convert my contract rewards, that's 18-19 Respectacles roughly. Let's say 18 Respectacles there. So I think it's achievable by Thursday, by the evening of Wednesday. To get enough spectacles for that video. I only have 2 Bane heroes on this account and I'm already 13 out of 13. I can't make any new heroes unless they're on offline, but on offline I don't have the legendarium items equipped. So I'm just gonna have to use those two, the Real Master and Sharpshooter Bane heroes for the showcase video for the subclass.
Is full.
Yeah. Wait, what was the Egg of Mayhem that dropped earlier? Oh boy, this would be so good on a basic attack build once they fix the basic attacks. Because extra bolts fired on shock on an electrode basic attack build, which I wanna make. And then there's a socket as well. Actually have to keep this one. And I can make it a basic attack build with chaotic strikes. Chaotic strikes basic attack build. So I can generate energy with the basic attacks quicker. Let's do the next one.
Oh, so tough.
Your pet has returned.
You
Come on.
That spell can't be cast.
No, I needed to use shift. It wouldn't use charged up unless I held shift. Tried multiple times, pressing the left click, and yeah, until I pressed shift, it wouldn't activate charge up.
Cast that spell here. Can't cast that here. Can't cast that here. You can't use that spell. You can't cast that spell here. You can't do that.
Let's check this side here for some spawns. I was pressing the wrong button. I was pressing the tilt instead of number 1. I was wondering what's happening, why is there no Vortex Bomb being cast.
Use that skill. You can't do that here.
But the great thing about charge up is those extra lightnings. It's pretty fun. They might not do much damage, but the little bit of extra damage on difficulties like normal really just helps you clear out enemies without needing to stay too much next to them. I'm gonna stay on this map a little longer because it's good XP. You see how most of the enemies die by just getting hit once, and then with the lightning it just finishes them off. And that's with 7,000 attack, 7.4k attack on my weapon, 7.4k damage.
You can't cast that spell here.
Without considering Cloak of Flames. Eventually, when we have Liu General, it's gonna be a game changer. When I have Imbue Relic and Liu General, then I'm not gonna use charge up. I'm just gonna use that extra damage from the Liu General and stack it with Cloak of Flames and keep Cloak of Flames up at all times. I really hope I end up getting the Ancient Ember Hatch finally. I mean, I could try my luck on the Gambler, but as I said, I need my gold coins for spectacles right now. Vortex Bomb. This is not bad, but yeah, I've got another one.
You can't use that skill.
Vortex Bomb build also won't be bad, but for Vortex Bomb build you want that 25% vent skills damage from Co-Launch tier 2. You definitely want to over level Vortex Bomb to level 12, 10 plus 2 instead of 8 plus 2. If you can get it more than 10 plus 2, like let's say you have an item with 3 levels to Vortex Bomb. That means you can get it to 10 plus 5, level 15. Level 15 Vortex Bomb would give you such a good cooldown on it.
Cast that here.
I might try it soon. I might try one such build soon. I'm just gonna start looking for a helmet with 3 levels to Vortex Bomb or more, and then when I have it, I'm gonna slot in the Legendarium the Mountain King helmet and try and rework the build to somehow rely on Vortex Bomb spamming. I can try and make a build without the Mountain King gauntlets and rely on the Woods Beast hatch for crits alongside the pet crit aura instead of the pet defense aura. Oh, minor patch, Torchlight 3 minor patch, February the 2nd. Let's quickly check what that patch does. Shift up? No. Let me open Steam library. Torchlight. Actually, I've got a Torchlight 3. Let me just get rid of those here. So I'm gonna share my screen. Just wanna make sure there's nothing that can kill me nearby. And then we can read the patch notes. Fix the terms of service, okay, that cannot be scrolled through, okay. Fix several server crashes. Hopefully that's the problems I had. Moved an ancient cache chest prop that was able to appear behind the path walking quest prop. Tutorial from... okay, some quests are fixed, Silky thread. Items, fix the random... and this is a minor patch, it's not a big patch. The big patch is probably coming in the middle or the end of the month. Random for decoration decks that were not showing their preview window, okay. I actually like this bug, less clicking. I think what they need to do for items that you do with the consumables is when you open the consumable, you should see the reward over here, the same way you see it while looting items. You should see it here in a stream of looted things, instead of giving you a window to click OK and confirm that you know you've gotten the reward. Oh, they finally fixed this. Nice. They finally fixed that one. Oh, they fixed that bug finally. Nice. So yeah, the damage buff will still be there. You would still be able to get 75% damage buff. Just it will disappear once consecration ends, the way it was supposed to. Because it was pretty broken. The buff didn't disappear once consecration ends. So yeah, I kind of saw it coming very soon. And ADUK asked me to hydrate earlier. Not sure if I hydrated on time. I think I drank a few times since then, but just for good measure I hydrated again, just in case I forgot to do it. You never know. Yeah, I'm doing well with the XP. Pretty happy with the XP so far. Alright, let's try and get at least 4000 XP before I leave the map, and then with the next map I can get the remaining 1.6k. Wrong way.
Spell can't be cast. You can't do that. You can't cast that here.
More charge up.
You can't do that here. You can't do that.
Yeah, I'm so happy with the Forge 3 work with the with the Snow and Steam update. It makes the quests so much more enjoyable to play
Cast
compared to before they worked it. Probably said it many times so far, but like it needs to be said again that it was worth the wait, the Forge 3 work. At first it felt weird having steam and heat, but it seems fine, especially the part where maxing out your heat doesn't prevent you from using heat generation skills. This is one of the best things, being able to use your rapid strike, cyclone mode, rapid fire, shotgun blast endlessly.
cannot be cast. You can't do that here.
Obviously, if you're not using Steam Spender, you might be losing DPS because they're super strong and they're kind of nudging people towards using them. But if someone wants to make a no Steam Spender build, it's viable, it's doable. You can get extra movement speed by having your Steam constantly full and not spending it.
You can't cast that here.
Alright, let's go to the boss fight. I got 4k XP, just the amount I needed in this map.
You can't cast that here.
Let's see. Okay, done that.
Your inventory is full.
I think this time I did my rotation properly. For once I did the rotation the right way. Not bad, but no socket. So yeah, with the next map I'm getting level 60 And then I'm switching to ridiculous and starting to figure out how good the build is on that difficulty. Right now you can see I did like 600 something thousand damage without a single percent fracking strike damage in my items. So if I get like 90% fracking strike damage in my items, that means from the current 1400, which 1400 is with 20%. So with that 1400, I'm probably gonna get another 1000 damage, weapon damage. It's probably gonna go up to 2100 weapon damage. Actually, no, that's 55. So 1488 is with the 55% damage and the 20. So that's with 75 increase. So that should go to 2000. Yeah, it's probably gonna go to 2100 or 2000 weapon damage if I get 3 items with 30% fracking strike damage. Let's check it. This is 27. 1800 just with one. Oh, I can get to 2500 with all items for fracking strike. Let me just quickly check it. I think I've got other fracking strike items just to check the DPS. $2,193 with 2 items. So yeah, 2500 weapon damage is a reasonable expectation. If I get fracking strike here, here and here. Which may not be double my current one, but it's pretty much 75% my current one as damage. Oh, and that's excluding this 40% damage from Sonic Pulse. See, right now if I use Sonic Pulse, from 1400 something it's 1984, so yeah, this goes to 3000 weapon damage if you use Sonic Pulse tier 3, and you have fracking strike here, here and here. And I'm giving you numbers for something that doesn't require fuzzy or bonus damage. Just like the basic challenge bonus 0% numbers. I still like pressure shot more though. I think pressure shot is still the better damage per second, but if you rotate it well, fracking strike is not that far behind. I'm gonna do this one. I don't like too much siege. What's Sky doing? Oh, look at this face. He's covering his eyes with his paw, with his right paw, covering a little bit, covering his eyes. Although not completely, because this one is still here. I don't think the camera completely captures him, but yeah, you can kind of see him. And by the way, there's something with the camera, it seems weird. Let me just quickly check the video. This is gonna add a lot of motion blur. Alright, I think I fixed it. And the image was a little bit too dark, and it was not the image, it was my lights. I needed to move my lights a bit more. Like this. I was wondering why the image today was a little bit darker. Okay, let's go to the map. Get that level up. And spinny, spinny, spin. How many crystals? 3 more. This map might be a little bit too short to give me the level, and I might need to do one more after it. We'll see. I don't think I can get 1500 XP in a map as small as this one. I'm gonna get them all to spawn first. Okay, that's good.
You can't cast that. You can't cast that spell here.
Okay, 600 more XP. Maybe we can get it. And thankfully spawned enough elites in this little corner here. Come on, spawn another group of elites.
You can't cast that here.
Okay, what's on this end? 500 XP, come on, just 500 XP. Well, we couldn't get enough XP. It's too small, this map. Well, after that there's a boss fight. The boss fight should give me XP. This boss fight, together with the boss fight for stage 23, hopefully gets me to 60, and then I can switch to the higher difficulty.
Can't do that.
700 and okay. 780k without any additional damage to fracking strike. Take this number and 30% out of this number. That's gonna be my damage to bosses on Ridiculous with my current gear with 7.4k damage. Oh, and that's without the Liu General. The Liu General is extra 25%. If I had Imbue Relic, I can trigger Liu General on demand before fights for 8 seconds. Come on. Yeah, this Respectacle needs to go there before I accidentally consume it. Okay, this one boss fight should level me up, hopefully. I just want to do something. Now, do I start with 0 heat and steam or not when I load into a map? I probably start with 0, just wanted to confirm because I've forgotten how it was. Tails is saying, when's the update coming? This small patch actually is already up. The small patch on Steam is already up. Regarding the big update, we don't know. My guess is the second half of February for the big update. If not the second half of February, then the first 1 or 2 weeks of March. But most likely the second or not the second, the third or fourth week of February is my guess for the next big update. The Snow and Steam update was around what, week 2 of December? So 2 months is reasonable between the 2 big updates. Or 2 months and a half, also reasonable amount of time. February is a short month anyways. If they're going for a Valentine's themed contract and pets and for decorations, they would probably want to release it before Valentine's, which probably a good date would be the 12th on Friday. But since they wrote like 1 week ago or so, they've just started working on the new update. I don't think that's enough time. I don't know how far they are in the update. I don't know what they're planning to add with the update. But even if they add an update on the week of the 15th or the 22nd of February, that's still decent. That's still good enough. Let's collect some stuff here. Wait, did I not get level 60? Oh, look at that. I'm like 29 XP points away. Alright, let's do another boss fight, just so I can get the level. Or no, actually let's just switch heroes. I can get that level on Ridiculous if it's 29 XP. 29 XP points though. Last time it was worse. Last time it was like 4 or 5 XP points if I remember correctly. That made me do another boss run. Now I want to
Can't
quickly
cast that here.
do something.
Oh yes, potions. I've got those.
So this is probably a bug and still hasn't been fixed, but you can sell green bundles for 150 gold. And if you open them, you only get an item which is green, blue, or orange, which means it's gonna be 30, 60, or 100 gold. So definitely, if you need gold coins, you can sell them. Right now, I need gear more than gold. I still need gold for spectacles, but that's fine. I've got quite a bunch of those
Can I
now.
offer you a drink? Oh, is that all?
Yeah, that's a very good source of gold coins, the green bundles.
Potions for you, potions for your little friend. Oh,
I wish I could sell the material bundles, those ones, the resource bundles. I can sell the essence ones, but I need the essence ones. I definitely don't need some wood and a bunch of other fort stuff, fort materials. No, fuck. I thought I was on the sell
potions.
menu.
I've got those. See you next time.
Come on. I'm only gonna open until I get a legendary. When I get a legendary, I'm gonna stop opening those bundles. I really hope if I do get a legendary, for that legendary to be Ancient Ember Hatch. My most wanted item right now for the Forged. Even if it's with the most shitty rolls, the most shitty stats, I just need it for the legendarium.
Oh, potions for you, potions for your little friend. See you next time.
Come on, where's that legendary gear hiding? Which bundle? Come on. It's gonna make me use 180 contract rewards. Oh, no! Fuck. I really need those spectacles. I really need them for the Bane video.
Potions for you, potions for your little friend. See you next time. You look pale. Can I offer you a drink? Is that all?
Come on, drop a legendary, drop a legendary. I know it will drop eventually. If I keep opening, it will. And watch me get a Snecko stick. Or a Stormblade. Come on, I know you wanna drop.
Potions for you, potions for your little friend. See you next time.
so I don't accidentally. There we go, Egg of Mayhem. Well, it wasn't terrible. At least the legendary we got was not one of the worst ones. Relic energy generation and relic energy cost, with some bonus damage to basic attacks. Unfortunately, no socket.
Oh, is that all?
Alright, let's go farm. Although this is also some sort of farming, getting fame and opening bundles. But it's boring. The way it's handled, it's boring. I can't collect multiple rewards at a time. I can't stack gear bundles. I can't stack resource bundles. I can't stack essence bundles for decorations. Everything really needs to start stacking, and we really need to be able to collect 10 or 100 or 50 contract rewards at a time. So let's put those respectacles where they need to be. Obviously it's desyncing now. I still haven't exited to patch. Did the patch notes mention to revoke, to exit Steam and patch, or? They're saying we will be preparing an additional set of hotfixes after this patch is released to consoles, and we are still busy working on a larger content update with additional quality of life improvements that will be released when it's ready. Okay, that's good. This hotfix for Steam has some additional fixes for the Snow Steam update. These fixes will be reviewed on the Steam platform and then released to consoles within the next couple of weeks, pending console certification. So within the next couple of weeks, you should expect to see this hotfix. And there's gonna be additional set of hotfixes. And then after that, when the large content update is ready, we will see it. So let's say next month. With what I've just read from the patch notes, I'd say the big patch is probably coming next month. Because if it's gonna take consoles 2 weeks to just get the hotfixes that Steam has gotten so far, because it's pending certification. Come on, storage, come on. And then there's gonna be another batch of hotfixes after that. But the good thing about the upcoming patch is that it's gonna be quality of life improvements. So this gets me very excited. I'm hoping it's quality of life for the itemization. Shit, something happened. Just a moment. I was wondering what happened, but my extension cord fell from where I had it attached. I had it attached under the desk, so I need to quickly go under and reattach it before the glue dries out. Cause yeah, just a moment. Okay, I reattach it. There's this double sticking Velcro. Velcro with a double sticking glue or whatever you call it at the back, and it's one of it is attached to the extension cord, the other one to my desk, and now it got the it just unglued and fell. I had to fix it. It's hard to find good cable management solutions in my country. I mean, I've looked, I've went to shops, I've tried online. And they just don't have good stuff that I can put under my desk to hold my cables. Ideally, I would get that net. There's a thing that's like a net. Oh, and that net I can just attach. I can just attach that net under my desk and just put the stuff there. But yeah, I'm just using something that's like a plastic Velcro. It's like a real Velcro, but it's rougher. And at the back of it, there's this double-sticking, double-sided sticky surface or whatever you call it. But yeah, this is obviously not perfect. It hasn't fallen until now. But I guess if it falls once, it's gonna keep falling now. So the DPS you can see is definitely much lower. Oh, North Mace, please be good, please be good. Fuck, it's terrible. It's terrible. But it's chance to bleed. But additional bolts fired on shock. If this had a socket and some flat damage instead of the shock, it could have been okay on a bleeding build.
That here.
Okay. Let's check this boss fight now. What? I used Vortex Bomb, it didn't give me heat. It didn't give me steam. That was a new kind of BS. So that extra 1 point will go here. What's the time? 10:48. I've got hour and 15 minutes left to try and get that ancient ember hatch. Obviously I'm gonna be farming some tomorrow as well, and then the day after tomorrow on Thursday I will be farming, and I hope by Friday or Saturday I have finally looted the ancient ember hatch, so I can make this build the way I want it. So tomorrow might be a stream only day, we'll see. Or I could do some sort of a different build for a different hero. We'll see. I'm saving my respectacles, and doing different builds on different heroes would require using some respectacles. And I'd rather make the Bane video first. And then go back to making builds. By the way, it's gonna be busy at the end of February because see, there's the Magic Legends open beta, then there's a demo for Outriders, an Outriders demo, and I will be playing both of those. I won't be streaming the alpha. I mean, not the open beta, the alpha. The alpha of Magic Legends I can't stream because the open beta is on the 23rd of March, but we have an alpha at the end of February, like middle of February, and I hope I can stream the demo of Outriders, and I hope it provides some sneak at the end game as well, not just the first few missions, but maybe an option where you can just test the end game activities in Outriders. Because I'm still not sure if I wanna spend money on a game when I'm saving up for a GPU, but Outriders seems like it could be something that would wanna make me buy a game. We'll see. The demo is definitely gonna be the deciding missing link there. But it seems like the game could go either way. It could either be terrible or great. I really hope there is no monetization other than buy-to-play stuff. And I really hope that there's plenty of stuff to do and plenty of items to farm and plenty of builds to explore. They've released some spotlights of the classes in Outriders. So I'm thinking of maybe combining those spotlights and making a short video for all of them in one place. Come on. I just don't hope. I just hope they don't. I hope they don't fuck up Outriders the same way they did with Marvel's Avengers. Hopefully it's better. It's a different studio developing, same publisher, different studio, so. And the hope is still there that the game wouldn't be like the Avengers game. Okay. Oh, when did I get full? Those didn't get one shot. Boom. And another boom. And a third boom. And okay, it's dead. Right, let's go bring me some gold coins for the spectacles. I'm gonna count my respectacles at the end of today and see if I've got enough respectacles today. I can make the Bane video tomorrow. Wait, this guy didn't take any damage from my ultimate? Oh, that was kind of underwhelming. Let's go kill the boss. Something's happening. I'm not gaining any. I can't get any steam. Why can't I get steam? Now I can't use my. Why can't I use my power projection? Those books. Come on, power projection, use it, use it. It's still not letting me use power projection. Still can't use power projection. Let's try again. No, I can't, it's broken. Come on, power projection. If it was on cooldown, it would have gone out of cooldown 2-3 times by now. So there's just some terrible bug where power projection, I still can't use it. Okay, when will I be able to use that skill? I still can't. See, I heard the sound. I just heard the sound of power projection, but no effect. Nada. I think maybe the knockback bugs it. Maybe when an enemy knocks you back while you're using power projection. See, I just heard the sound again. See, it's doing the sound. It's not showing me the cooldown. It's not showing me the extra stats. I definitely don't get the extra defense. See, it just did the sound. That's a nasty bug. I mean, my build really relies on this power projection to be able to rotate fracking strike and cast it as much as I want to. Kind of a weird bug. But the weirdest part of this bug is that I'm actually hearing the sound for casting power projection. So it's doing the sound, not the animation, and visually doesn't consume the cooldown. See, now it's fine, because I'm in a different map. Is the next one a boss fight?
If you
Okay,
think
not
you
yet.
can take it,
Your pet has arrived.
Yeah, I'm not gonna do a double HP map.
oh, so tough. That makes me strangely hungry.
Those are bad options. Automatons, and then double HP. Let's do zombies.
Feeling bold. A fine choice.
I'm really wondering what the quality of life that they're bringing with the next update will be. Man, if they improve the enchanting outer to have some item rerolling, item affix rerolling, it will be the best thing ever. It will make me wanna farm resources like crazy, essences and stuff like that. Okay. Oh, the same book, yeah. Same book with power projection. I can't use power projection. It's kind of, it doesn't make the build unplayable, but it ruins 1/3 of the build of the combo. It ruins the whole effect where I can spam 3 fracking strikes one after the other thanks to power projection. And I'm pretty sure I didn't get knocked back this time, so the bug happens regardless whether you get knocked back or not. Does getting shocked glitch it? Like, for example, I get electrocuted and it silences the power projection. Oh, now I can use it, see? It fixed itself. Somehow, I'm not sure what fixes it, but something can fix it. Maybe it's not knockback, maybe it's electrocuted that glitches it. But I don't remember getting electrocuted in this map. Wait, this didn't consume my cooldown of Vortex Bomb. Now I can't use I can't use charge up now. So another skill got broken. Use charge up. You can even see that I'm trying to use it because this thing here changes the icon color a bit. See now, okay, now it fixed itself. I like to hope that this is server related stuff and it's not a bug. Just desyncing that causes the bug and not a coding error.
You can't use that skill.
Let's go to the boss fight. What's the time? 11:06. We've got a little bit more time. 50 something minutes.
Cast that spell here. You can cast that spell.
No, this one took a beating. But the DPS definitely is much lower than a swag shot build. Even with extra damage to fracking strike items, I don't think I can get the damage to be satisfactory. And the biggest problem with fracking strike is it doesn't always hit. You might be standing right next to the enemy and you still don't hit it every time. It's super bad that it's not a 360, not a real 360 radius. I can even show you on the dummy what I mean. Now let's see if I'm gonna hit. Let's see, like this. I'm right next to the dummy, like standing on it. I think it hit this time. It didn't hit this one. See, the one I was standing next to did not get hit. This one also didn't get hit again. Let's see, maybe around here. No, shit, it's burning now. Need to wait. Come on, stop burning. See, again, right next to it, it doesn't get hit. And this is why I just don't like using fracking strike right now. If they make it a full 360, maybe with less of a range, less of a travel distance. For example, see, it reaches all the way over there. Let's make it reach over here. Or maybe even up to here. As a range. That's reasonable, pretty high range. Maybe even here would be still acceptable. As long as it actually hits everything in a 360 radius. Because yeah, you can be right next to an enemy and I'm actually facing him. See, you have to face sideways to actually hit. If I face, let's see, I'm gonna face this way. That probably would let me hit. Let's see now. I didn't. Okay, let's try and face. Maybe this way. Okay, this time I hit. Yeah, it's just... It shouldn't be that difficult to hit an enemy right next to you with that skill. And the last boss fight took this long, mostly because probably some of the hits were not hitting. I wasn't paying attention if my fracking strikes were hitting, but I guess they weren't. Not all of them at least. Come on. With the old fracking strike, at least I know if I'm clicking the button, it's centering, it's sending that wave towards that enemy. And with the old fracking strike, even though it was just a single shock wave, at least I knew every single one would hit the target I wanted to hit. And not be an RNG whether I'm facing the right way or not. You can't expect people to know exactly the right rotation angle to adopt when using that skill. It's just unreasonable to expect me to be facing 22, 23, 25 degrees to the left, to the right of a target. And now I can't use my power projection again. Yeah, I'm starting to suspect getting shocked is what bugs certain skills. Still can't use power projection. I think this one didn't hit, did it? And this one also didn't hit. So yeah, at least people can now see from me playing this how it's not worth using fracking strike until they give it a 360 range. It's just very random, and any other skill is better. Any other Steam spender. I've already decided this to be a fracking strike build, so I'm gonna stick to it, but I don't recommend it until it's reworked. And visually and as an idea, it's pretty nice to have all those different shockwaves in different directions, but when you start using it, you see how bad it works. And it actually works better when it matters, when you're doing 1v1 versus bosses or champions, where you can't afford it to miss. here. I'm gonna stay for a little longer on this map till it's dividing these goblins. Strike. Boom, a third one. We got them with those. Okay. Let's keep going. I wanna try and group up some more big train of monsters. Look at this guy, he's stuck. The AI was trying to dash from here through here, like through the rocks, through the trap, and the stone or whatever it is. Here. Need more for AoE. Oh, the flying goblin hound. Superman posing. Who needs T-posing when you can have enemies Superman posing? Let's see. Okay. I still need to sort my inventory. But yeah, this map has proven quite good in regards to junk drops for gold coins. Green items, it may not be too much, just 30 gold coins, but it adds up. Let's see. Still more junk. I think I'm done with the map. One last battle. Let's try and find another final group over here. And okay, nice. There's champions as well. Yeah, let's make this the final battle, then go to the boss. See, this missed. It couldn't hit the shaman in that final.
Your pack is full. You can't cast that here.
Which boss do we get? Probably the shaman guy. Oh yeah, actually it is him. Or is it? Oh, I forgot to use my aura before starting the fight. Come on, game, I want you to drop me today that nice item, the ancient ember hatch. The main reason I want it is so I can trigger the Liu General when I want it with Imbue Relic. I can actually equip the Ancient Ember Gauntlets. Let's put some defense on those bad boys. $800 only? Well, I'm gonna leave it at 800, but it should have been at least 1 point something thousand. What other options have I got in regards to gauntlets? there isn't much to choose from. Duration for Cloak of Flames is pretty good, but no defense. What about my forged storage? Wait. Okay, this one.
Your pet has returned.
Most of them have no gauntlets equipped. Interesting. Yeah. Do any of them actually have gauntlets? I think they don't. Because they're not, normally they're not forge specific unless it's like a Mountain King piece. This one with the chance to block was not bad, but is it worth losing 3000 defense? Duration to Sonic Pose. Oh, the spectacles, they need to go in the right place. I've got 20, I think I need 40.
You say that now.
Your pet has returned.
Yes, I need to remove on one of the heroes. I need to remove miasma, then level up Poison Nova, then remove Poison Nova, and level up the big spider. Then remove that and level up Venomous Maw. So that's 3 times 10. And then I need to remove some passives. Yeah, I think I need 45 Respectacles to make the Bane video. So 25 more should do the trick. Let's see. And Pat Game says, earlier asked if I've tried the new Path of Exile League. Sorry for noticing this just now. Well, I'm not even planning on testing Path of Exile until Path of Exile 2, and I think even then it's still gonna have the same things that make me not play the game. I'm just not compatible with certain ways the game is handling certain systems. I'm not gonna say it's a bad game, I'm just gonna say it's not the right game for me. Every time I play Path of Exile, I rage quit within less than 2 weeks of the league starting. So if a game makes you rage quit, obviously you're not compatible with the game, and that's how I am with Torchlight, and not Torchlight, with Path of Exile. Whereas with Torchlight I'm very compatible. Even the things that I don't like, I can tolerate. I mean, for me, it's not about how good the game is, it's about how much I can tolerate the bad things of a game. And the bad things of Path of Exile, I just can't tolerate those. The same goes for Diablo 3. It has a lot of good stuff, just like Path of Exile. There's a lot of things I like about both games, but I can't tolerate the bad stuff there. They've added new mechanics to showcase some Path of Exile 2 stuff. They still haven't improved the fact that you lose XP when you die. They probably still haven't removed the unnecessary RNG on top of RNG when it comes to min-maxing items. They still haven't improved the terrible whack of balance between bad builds and good builds. and how difficult it would be for a trash build. See, there shouldn't be such a thing as a trash build in a game. Any build should be able to do the hardest content. It should be a matter of selecting your play style. Do you want to play with this skill? Do you want to play with that skill? Do you want to play with this passive? Do you want to play with that passive? In Path of Exile, it's so easy to make a build that won't be able to even tickle the bosses in the hardest type of content. They're just too big of a gap between the good builds and the bad builds. And I think there shouldn't be such a gap. I don't think it should be. I don't think you should need to know rocket science to make a build. I think regardless what skills you pick in a game, you should be able to enjoy it and play it and do the hardest content. And the min-max build should just allow you to do this 2, 3, 4, 5 times quicker. But it shouldn't be regarding can this build do it or not. It should be how fast can this build do it, or how slow. That's just my point of view, and as I said, Path of Exile is doing things very differently than the way I like things being done in a game. Especially the whole grindiness and losing XP when you die, and the whole open trading, which means pay to win, because people sell items for real money and people sell exalted orbs for real money and things like that, which translates to pay to win in a game with competitive leagues, where it's all about the quicker you level up, the quicker you reach the top of the leaderboards and things like that. And obviously being able to pay someone to give you resources or items would definitely allow you to reach the top of the leaderboards quicker. Obviously that's not a part of the game, the black market, the grey market, but it exists because of the open trading. And the whole thing where there is no real auction house in the game and you have to leave your map to trade with others, this is just BS. They have the money, they have the resources to do it. They just refuse to do it because they're gonna put the websites like PoE Trade out of business. And I understand, I mean, those websites have supported the game before it was as big as it is. And I understand why they don't want to put websites like that out of business by developing automated auction house and removing the free trading. As I said, I'm just not compatible with the game. Obviously it's a good game because there are so many people playing it, but my taste is different than 95, maybe 99% of the players in the genre, of the people who play games like those. Because I don't play to compete. I play to kill stuff, loot stuff, and then experiment with builds. The easier it is to respect, the better for me in a game. The easier it is to try new items and new heroes without needing to grind too much, the better it is for me. I definitely just I'm not the right player for that game. There's plenty of people streaming the game, playing it, making content, and that's definitely not for me. I mean, if I enjoy a game, I would play it and I would make content for it. If I don't enjoy it, there's just no point. Yeah, there's always a point. I can always make money by making content from Path of Exile. There's gonna be a lot of people watching, but again, is it worth it? The mental health problems that the game would give me by not enjoying to play it. Obviously, I value my mental health, and Path of Exile is not good for it. Maybe we can put it that way. But yeah, it's definitely got some good things about it. Especially the diversity of content you can do. There are just so many things to do there. And they keep adding more and more with each league. So many new mechanics that they keep adding. Okay, let's see. And I'm pretty sure that Path of Exile 2 won't change the things I wanna see changed. The thing that I really like is changing in Path of Exile 2 is how easy it will be to get like a 6-linked armor. Right now it's super difficult to get a 6-linked armor, but the whole gem system, skill gem system in Path of Exile 2, the way they're saying it will be, seems much better than the current one. So that's another thing that I'm not a fan of in the current one, but still. Path of Exile is just for a different type of people, for the competitive people who need to compete to satisfy their egos, to prove others they're better and things like that. It's designed for those people. It's designed around competing to level up, and that's why you lose XP when you die. That's why the leaderboards are about leveling, not about content. I also don't like starting over every league. This is the worst thing in a game for me. Not valuing my time and making me start over. That's just pure BS in my opinion. That's why I don't like... one of the reasons why I'm not a fan of Diablo 3. But at least in Diablo 3 I can get maxed out super quickly. In a few minutes someone can boost me, power level me to max level. But then in Diablo 3 you have the stupid Paragon system, which is a no-life competition. And people end up botting or sharing their accounts with people, like siblings or people from other time zones to play their accounts for Paragon levels. And that's just a bad way, where how much time you've spent decides how strong you are. There should always be a limit to power creep. Tabu is not the problem. As I said, last time I played, I tried to 6-link an Impulsor, and I wasted the amount I could have spent in resources, in exalts. I wasted 3 or 2 or 3 times worth the 6-linked item. So if I bought it, I would have been, let's say, I could have bought 2 or 3 6-linked Impulsors for the amount of resources I spent trying to 6-link my own. Let's put it that way, how bad the RNG is. I just don't like when a game has RNG staring at you after every corner, behind every corner. But let's not talk about things I don't like, because it just gets me very, very heated and tilted. Let's say just it's not the right game for me, I know it. I'm not gonna play it. I'm just gonna give Path of Exile 2 a try for the sake of testing to see if it will feel better or not. But in general, I just know it, and thankfully I realized on time to stop playing the game. Also the fact where you have to most of the times builds end up being use this skill, kill the whole screen, move on. Use this skill, kill the whole screen, move on. Which also seems a bit boring. But again, there's so many builds there, it's not just builds like those. But in the end, the meta builds, the best builds are kind of like those. But yeah, I've played it. I mean, I played so much that I spent... I had time to play it. Like, sometimes I would spend 12-16 hours a day playing Path of Exile. So it's not like I didn't play it, it just in the end I always rage quit due to all sorts of reasons. As I mentioned, the list is big. I'm gonna need a lot of time to mention all the things that get me tilted about the game. Autopile, that's an interesting name. Wow, he's very... Oh, the same bug is... Not bug, but the same thing is happening with Fracking Strike. He's not taking damage because I'm right next to him. And I'm not facing the right angle. Hopefully they've realized this, how bad Fracking Strike is in close range. How reliant on the user facing that perfect angle is so you can hit a boss with it. That's all it needs, a full 360. Nothing more, nothing less. Full 360 of those shockwaves, maybe reduce the size by half. I mean the lifespan, and it will be perfect as a skill. It will even look cooler if it's a full 360. See, now I didn't hit him because he was somehow... Again, I didn't hit him because my hero was facing some sort of weird angle. Let's see here. What's the time? 11:43. So we've got like 20 minutes more left until I need to give my pet him everything and feed him and make myself some dinner because it's almost midnight here. Let's see. Fortress of Scores, boom, zappy zap. See, again, I'm missing with my fracking strikes because, well, somehow I'm not rotated properly, so I'm gonna try and rotate myself better. But see, he would have been dead by now if all of my fracking strikes were actually landing on him.
Your inventory is full.
Let's see now. But yeah, other games I'm excited about, I've said it over the past few days. Magic Legends, there's a alpha coming, then there's a beta coming next month. Then there's Outriders, which I still don't know if I'm gonna buy or not, because I'm saving money for a new GPU. But if I decide to buy it, the deciding thing would be the demo. The Outriders demo would either make me wanna buy Outriders or save my money. We'll see. The demo is on the 25th or 24th of February, so I guess I'm just gonna have to wait and test it then. Hopefully I like it, because I'm looking forward to having more games to play other than just Torchlight 3 and Chaos Bane. And it's gonna be good for people who watch me. They've been asking me about certain games, especially about Outriders. I've been asked many times about it.
Your pet has returned.
Let's see. By the way, why do I have chat enabled? Oh yeah, because I was playing multiplayer and I forgot to disable it.
Oh, are you sure?
Huh. I don't want to play another siege, but let's play it. Let's play a siege map. It's gearworky at least. Come on, game. I know you wanna drop me that ancient ember hatch. I wonder what the quality of life changes they're talking about will be. Will it be class related? Because they said it's gonna be a classy update. So would they be doing some quality of life changes for all classes? Would it be itemization related? Would it be both? Here. There we go. How am I doing? 74% high rate. I could probably stay a little longer on this map even after clearing the quest, because it's gearworky, there's plenty of enemies to kill, good density, a lot of elites as well. Might end up getting that drop I need. Come on, come on.
You can't use that skill. That spell cannot be cast.
Can I get more to spawn here? I guess not. I'm gonna try and just gather a bunch of them in one spot. There we go. It's needed to spawn as well.
Cast that spell here. You can't do that here. That spell cannot be cast.
Okay, let's keep moving. There's some purples there. Can I get some more to come with me down there with the purples?
Can't cast that spell here. Can't cast that here.
I'm liking how it's auto casting Sword Smash.
You can't cast that here.
With those gauntlets I've put. There is so many procs. There's the falling sword from the sky, there's the sword smash proc, then there's the fireball proc, then there's magma bursts.
You can't do that. Can't use that skill.
Obviously they don't do as much damage, but they still do stack up and it adds up.
Can't cast that here. You can't do that.
Okay, right.
That spell can't be cast.
You see, I keep missing with fracking strike. Not sure how many times I missed this one. Come on, they're not following. Alright, let's just stop when I see an elite enemy or another type of champion.
You can't cast that spell here. You can't do that. You can't do that. You can't use that skill. You can't cast that here.
Just keep moving this way. So many elites in this map though. As usual, this Sacred Plains layout is full of spawn points for champions. Fuck, fuck. This one was close. This one was close. Okay. This is nice. Greeny, come on. Okay.
You can't cast that spell here. You can't cast that here. You can't use that skill. You can't use that skill.
Ancient Ember chest. Oh, finally. This was actually something I didn't have unlocked on either hero. Well, good to know that I finally unlocked this. Oh, it's danger to fracking strike. Okay, we're changing things. 6,000 defense. I don't want to lose it. Wait, why do I have HP there? But yeah, let's. Stop attacking me. Actually, let's do it like that. I can put defense in the socket.
You can't cast that spell here. You can't cast that here. You can't do that here. Your pet has a weapon.
Going this way. Grab those from here, move there.